Welcome back, all you beautiful and handsome people, to FTD Facts, the new generation of class. Get ready to take some notes because we're talking about the most powerful nation on the planet. Well, to most people anyways. Now, if you think you knew everything about USA, there's a lot of weird stuff out there that's gonna make you go, what? But before we get into the facts, I want to know, guys, what word or words would you use to describe the USA? Yeah, let me know down there. And guys, don't be jumping all over people. You know, this is class. You know, people should be free to express themselves however they want without the fear of being judged. Okay, I can't stop you guys from judging each other or getting mad in the comment section. All I'm saying is, that's all I'm saying. Now, back in 2000, Donald Trump actually made a bid to run for president. He made a bid for the presidency as a part of the Reform Party, and he even got the support from Jesse Ventura, who wanted to become vice president. Trump obviously ended up dropping out of the race, but he did manage to win the California and the Michigan primaries. Now, this video will be posted before the US 2016 presidential election. So, if you are out there and do not want Donald Trump to win, hit that like button. Alright, so enough goofing off, let's get serious now. More people have been diagnosed with mental disorders than any other nation on Earth.
Beer make Homer something something.
Go crazy?
Don't mind if I do!
There are 3 towns in the United States that have the name Santa Claus. Now, did you know that the state of Alaska has a longer coastline than all the 49 other states combined? The current US flag that you see right here was designed by a 17-year-old student. It was all done for a school project, and he ended up getting a B- for it. Now let's journey back to 1793. That was the year when the shortest inaugural speech by a president was given. This speech, done by George Washington, was only 135 words long, and it was that short because his dentures hurt in his mouth. Now, for the longest presidential speech, this was done by William Henry Harrison in 1841. And he gave this speech in the snow without a hat or without a jacket, and unfortunately he ended up dying within a month from pneumonia. So now all the Americans out there are going to need some laser sharp vision for this one. Did you know that all of the 50 states are listed at the top of the Lincoln Memorial on the back of the $5 bill? Yeah, you can check it out, like, if you want to just double check, make sure that these facts are correct. I did it, and yeah, they're there. Now, did you know that in the United States, smoking is attributed to a death every 5 minutes? So before this video is over, somebody's gonna die from smoking-related illnesses. Now, this one actually blew my mind. Did you know that the United States doesn't actually have an official language? Yeah, up here in Canada, we have English and French as our official languages. I assume that in America it was English and Spanish. And no, actually, there's no official language. English, specifically American English, is the most commonly spoken language in the US. As well as American English is used for legislation, regulations, executive orders, treaties, federal court rulings, and all other official documents, although it's not the official language. They should change that though. At the time of filming this, in 31 states, the rapist can actually sue for child custody rights if they raped a woman and she got pregnant from it. That's also gotta change, really. Now, just to give you an idea of how much of an abundance of resources that Americans have at their disposal, one American consumes as much resources as 32 people in Kenya. Yeah, America is a land overflowing with resources and opportunity. I have no idea why there's so many people below the poverty line. Injustice here, man. Okay, now this is gonna sound very backwards because of America's history and slavery, but did you know that there was a man by the name of Anthony Johnson? Now, he was the first legal slave owner in America. He was a black man and owned 2 white slaves. Anthony Johnson lived from 1600 to 1670. Now, some of you US history buffs may know this one. The United States actually purchased Alaska from Russia for only $7.2 million in 1867. I'm glad America has control over Alaska, just in case like the Russians try to attack Canada. At least we have America in the middle to protect us. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Now, in America, it's completely legal for a minor to smoke cigarettes. However, what they can't do is buy the cigarettes. Now, at the rate things are going, there would need to be 4 planet Earths in order to sustain the level of consumption in the US. So not only does the United States have an abundance in resources, but people are just very wasteful with the resources. Now this next one is not exactly a USA fact, but it's actually an American fact. And before you guys say that, hey, it's the same thing, no. Actually, there's North America and South America. So Canada, USA, and all the other countries in South America can be called America as well. Just putting it out there. The Africanized bee, also known as the killer bee. Ouch, man! Did you just sting me when I'm filming? I'm gonna see you after this video. But do you know that these Africanized bee, or these killer bees like the one that tried to kill me now, they're actually a hybrid. And they actually escaped a lab quarantine, and ever since then have been spreading all over the Americas. Now the state with the most millionaires per capita is Maryland. Not New York, not California, Maryland. Now, 86% of American men had listed having children in their definition of finding success. However, for women, that number was just 73%. Now, maybe it's because the women are the ones that have to push out the baby. Now, the poverty rate for households that are led by married couples is 6.8%. And for those households that are led by a female single parent, the poverty rate is 37.1%. That's got to tell you something about having a family structure in society. So those are 20 weird facts about the United States that I'm sure you guys did not know. Okay, maybe you guys knew a couple of them, but yeah. Now, there are so much things about the United States that I can't even wrap up this video without giving you a bonus fact. Minoy, Nebraska only has one resident, and she's the mayor, the librarian, and the bartender. As well as there's one town in Colorado, they literally celebrate a frozen dead guy. So Frozen Dead Guys Day is an annual celebration held in the town of Nederland, Colorado. They celebrate the 1994 discovery of the cryonic state corpse of Brado Morstol. And that concludes this episode of FTD Facts. Guys, let me know down in the comments below what other facts should we do next. And if we feature them in an upcoming video, we'll definitely give you a shout out and share the love here. Until next time, stay awesome. I'm Leroy Kenton. Peace.